Hey children, good morning one and all. In today's video class, I am going to teach you lesson 10, the last chapter of 7th prose, the story of cricket. Let's begin with the importance and the value of sports and games. You know children very well, and more than that, I hope everyone likes to play games, everyone likes to take part in sports activities. Okay, what are all the uses of sports and games? What sorts of benefits you are going to derive from playing games in the evening? Let me explain one by one. Okay, first, when you start to play with your friends in the playground, it gives you good things, many good things you can derive from that. First things, it fits you well. If you have regular practice of playing in the ground with your friends every day, it keeps your body fit. It fits you well. First benefits you are going to derive from playing sports and games. And second things, you can learn the spirit of real sportsmanship when you play with your friends. When you play with others in the playground, you can learn the real spirit of sportsmanship. And third one, you will also learn by give and take, the policy of give and take. When you play with your friends in the playground, you know well how to adjust with others, how to move with others. That's very important for to lead a life in the modern world. So that thing you can learn when you play with your friends, when you play many games with your friends in the evening time in the playground. And it also helps you to learn the rules and the regulations. So every sports, maybe sports or games, every games and every sports is packed with some rules and regulations. So in the playground you have to follow such rules and regulations. It will help you to lead your life within the rules, and it will help you to lead your life with rules and regulations. And it also helps you to amuse others. You can entertain others. It's a form of an entertainment. It gives a mental relief. It helps you to reduces the stress. So after regular course of work, so if you go and play with your friends, really it gives you a relief from your mental stress. So playing sports, playing games every day with your friends in the open space is good for health as well as good for keeping good mental health also. And more than that, children, you know that games are of many types, and indoor games and outdoor games. Mostly indoor games are played within the closed surface, within the four walls. And outdoor games are mostly played in the open space. Okay, and football, volleyball, cricket, basketball, they are the major games. They are also called team games. Many players are in the team and they play such games in the open air, open space. Therefore, they are all called outdoor games. Chess and table tennis, ball badminton, these are all played within the closed surface, that is within the room. Therefore, they are all called indoor games. Carom is also a kind of indoor games. Okay, children, you know all these things well. What does this chapter deals with today? This chapter, that is the story of cricket, actually takes us inside the world of cricket. Everyone likes to play cricket. Nowadays, cricket becomes one of the important games of almost in all countries. And this lesson begins to tell us all about the history of the sports and where was it born, and it also explains how it came into existence. You know that cricket is an important outdoor game everywhere. Even if you go to the village side, even if you go to the remote village, there you can see some children are playing cricket with the help of a bat and balls. Some they don't know the rules and regulations of such a cricket. They like to play. That is the things very important. It attracts all the people all over the world. Cricket is one of the major team games, and it entertains audience also. You might have watched the cricket matches, 2020 and test matches. You could find the audience are so agitated. They get excited to watch the movement and the trends of the cricket matches. So, and more than that, this lesson answers a lot of questions. In this lesson, okay children, you are going to find answers for many questions. What type of game is cricket? First question. When was it played? Who played it first? Where was it born? Which is the birthplace of cricket? What is the length of the pitch? What is the shape of the pitch? And what is the height of the stumps? What is the distance of the bail? What is the weight of the ball? What does cricket laws say? What are cricket equipments? How are they made? How is technology used in cricket? Okay children, you are all going to get answer for all these questions in part 1. And in part 2, how the India entered into this world of cricket. The second part of this lesson deals with the way and the trends of Indian cricket players. When was it formed and how they entered into the world of cricket. And the third part of this lesson deals with the uses of the technology. How the technology helps us to make this game a very popular one among all outdoor games. Okay, let's move the first part of this lesson. In the first part, you are going to get answer for many questions. Okay children, let me explain. See, first part of this lesson, first part. This first part deals with the manner or the rules and regulations and the cricket laws and the cricket equipments with which the game is played. Okay, fine. See, to begin with, the sport of cricket has a known history. The sport of cricket has a known history. It beginning in the late 16th century. When actually 16th century, when the people started to play this game cricket as an outdoor game, you should know that. Okay children. So it started to be played by the players during 16th century in England. England was the birthplace of this cricket. Okay, England was the birthplace of cricket. When was it actually started to play? Means the answer is 16th century, and having originated in southeast England. It started in southeast England. Southeast England. So actually this cricket has emerged and started as a major game, as a team game, as an outdoor games in England during the 16th century. Then it becomes the country's national sports in 18th century. In 18th century, this game, cricket, became the country's national sport and has developed globally in the 19th and 20th century. In the 19th and 20th century, what happens? This sports cricket played by the players globally. So it spread all over the world. And people started to learn the rules and regulations of the cricket. Everything I will explain one by one. In 1744, during the year 1744, the first law of cricket was written and was amended in 1774. Let me write the years just to make a note of it, children. When the first law of cricket was made by the British people in actually 1744, the first law of cricket, the law of cricket was written and it was amended in, actually it was amended in 1774. Okay, so the first law of cricket was written in 1744 and later it was amended in 1774. Okay, fine. So cricket, the birthplace of cricket, if you are asked which is the birthplace of cricket, England. Okay, England is the birthplace of cricket. When was it started to played by the people, by the general folk during the year late 16th century. Then it became the country's national sport in 18th century. and it was played globally. It has developed global shape in the 19th and 20th century. Okay, the first law of cricket was written in 1744. In 1744, then later it was amended in 1774. Okay, fine. Next, the shape of the cricket bat. What is the shape of the cricket bat? You should know. You know that, see, I will show you here a picture. You know that, children, in those early days, in the beginning of those days, this was the shape of the cricket bat. It looked like a hockey bat. So in this shape, when the game was started to be played for the first time, it means in those ancient times, the 16th centuries, the players of cricket used to play the game only with the bat. It looked like this. Actually, it's a hockey bat like that. It has a shape. See, it's a long handle and it has a hook or curve at its extreme end. Why this sort of bat was used by the players in the cricket? Let me explain. See this picture. Could you see it clearly, children? This was the original bat or the bat which was used by the players of cricket in those ancient days. Why cricket bat looked like this? Why has it this shape of hockey bat? There might be some reason for that. Let me explain. See, the shape of the initial bat was like a hockey stick. Initial bat was hockey stick. Because to hit the ball delivered underarms. When the cricket was first played by the players, instead of bowling, they just started to throw the balls. Or you can say better, they bowl. The ball was delivered underarms. It just started to roll on the ground. So it was just bowled underarm. So they just throw the ball. So when the ball starts to roll on the ground, see, this type of bat can be used by the batsman to hit or to meet the ball. That's the reason that they used this type of bat when the cricket was played in those days. Cricket is one of the oldest sport in the world. Okay, children, you know that it is the oldest sport. So old cricket bat had a long handle and it had a curve below the bottom of the bat. So why the players of cricket used this type of bat? I explained the reason. Because in those days, instead of bowling, they just throw the ball. So when it starts to roll on the ground, with the help of such types of bat, they can easily hit it. So till the middle of the 18th century, bats, they had roughly the same shape as hockey sticks, curving outwards at the bottom. Okay, so how was early day bowling? The second part. Early day bowling, the ball was bowled. See, early day bowling. How was early day bowling? The ball was bowled underarm along the ground, and the curve at the end of the bat gave the batsman the best chance of making contact. So with the help of such types of bat, they can easily hit the ball. Okay, so the ball was bowled along the ground. That was a early day bowling. In those days, the bowlers used to bowl the balls in such a manner only. So when the ball is bowled underarm, it can be easily hit by the batsman using such types of bat. And the time duration of the match. What was the time duration? Time duration of the match. If you compare the time duration, how many days they used to play such cricket in the matches with other outdoor games. Really it is so wonder, it is so surprise. One of the peculiarities of cricket is that a test match can go on for 5 days sometimes, and still end in draw. That is the great thing. That is the end of the cricket match. No other modern team sports. Cricket is a team sport. It's a team sport. Don't forget, children, the word team sport. Okay, and end in a draw sometimes, even after 5 days. Hearts, after 5 days, it end in draw. No other modern team sports takes that much time to complete. So only it is played for more than 3 or 5 days. Most of the cricket test matches last long for 5 days. First 3 days, first innings. The last 2 days, second innings. Even a football match, you know that it is an outdoor game, it is a team sport. A football match is generally over in an hour and a half. That is the duration. Within the duration, the football match is played by the players. Even baseball, you know that football. How long is it played by the players? It is an hour and a half. An hour. Actually, an hour and a half. So, normally, football is played for an hour and a half. Even baseball, you know that it's a kind of outdoor games, completes 9 innings, is less than half the time. So while other outdoor games are played within a day or within an hour of the days, cricket is the only game which is played for more than 3 to 5 days. That was a peculiarity of this game. That is the things that it made this game as a global one. What is the length of the pitch? Next question. Let me answer this question, children. The length of the pitch. Usually the cricket ground, you know that it is called pitch. The length of the cricket pitch. It is generally called pitch. You have to mind the spelling, P-I-T-C-H. The length of the pitch is specified is 22 yards. 22 yards. This is the length of the cricket pitch. It has been fixed by the cricket laws, the laws of cricket. But the size or shape, what is the size of the cricket pitch, what is the shape of the cricket pitch, it has not been specified. But it has been specified in other outdoor games. Football grounds should be this much shape, and other basketball, volleyball, those grounds, shape of such grounds, size of such grounds has been specified. But only in the cricket, the size or shape has not been specified. 20.12 meters in length and 10 feet, that is 3.5 meters width, is an approximately, that may be the approximate length and shape, size of the cricket ground. But it is not mandatory. That's important. So, generally 20.12 meter in length, maybe length, and 3.05 meter width. So this may be the length and width of the cricket ground. The shape and dimensions of playing area has been specified in other major and outdoor games. What was the shape of the ground and the dimensions of the playing area has been specified in other major games, in other outdoor games, but it has not been specified in case of cricket. Cricket grounds can be oval shape, like nearly circular, oval shape. The shape, oval shape, that is the shape of the cricket, or nearly it is circular. Okay. So this is the length of the cricket pitch. As I told you already, children, the length has not yet been, the length is 22 yards. But the shape or the size has not been specified. But other playing area has been specified in other major outdoor games. But as far as cricket is concerned, it has not been mentioned by the laws of cricket. Okay. And then what is cricket law? What does cricket law say? Who has framed this cricket law? Actually, how it is enforced? Is it necessary to follow the cricket law? Of course. Cricket laws are framed by the general law of England. The great experts of the law makers sat together and they framed cricket laws from the general laws of the cricket. That much importance was given to the laws of cricket. So from this you come to know that how this game was played by the players in England without violating the rules and the regulations of the law. Cricket was the earliest model team spirit. That's important. So it is a team sport. Umpires shall absolutely decide all disputes of this game. Umpires are the only people who can decide all disputes. You cannot just go against the decision of the umpires. Mostly cricket matches are watched and monitored by the umpires. Every game, every sports meet, every cricket match is monitored by 2 umpires, and the decision taken by the umpires will be the final, and they can decide all disputes of this game and sport. So the cricket law is strictly followed when cricket test matches are being conducted among the countries of the world. And then next, let me explain the shape, size, height and length of the cricket stumps. You know that cricket stumps. See, I will show you the picture here. See the cricket stump. Look here. Can you observe these things, children? So this is the cricket actually stumps. 3 stumps are being placed or installed in the cricket on the cricket pitch. See, you should know the length and size of the cricket stumps. The stumps must be 22 inches. Shape and size. The stumps must be 22 to 28 inches. This is the actual size, and height and ball across them 6 inches. Between the stumps, the ball across them is 6 inches, and a diameter of 1.5 inches. Diameter is equal to 1.5 inches. So all these things has been framed as a law of cricket. They have a spike at one end. Why these stumps, cricket stumps have spike at one end? Because so they can be inserted into the ground. If they have spike means they can easily inserted, and the other end has a U-shaped. So I will show you again. See this cricket stumps. See, they have spike at one end, so they can be easily inserted into the ground. So they can be easily inserted into the ground, and the other end has U-shaped. So the ball, cricket ball, when it is bowled by the bowler, it can easily hit on the top of the, and more than that, these 3 stumps can be inserted in the particular place very close to each other. And so the stumps must be 22 to 28 inches height, and the ball across them is 6 inches, and the diameter, it has a diameter of 1.5 inches. They had a spike at one end for easy inserting into the ground. Okay, next, cricket ball. What is the shape of the cricket ball? How was it made? What was the color of the cricket ball? I will explain one by one. See, cricket ball. Actually, the ball must be between 5 and 6 ounces. 5 and 6 ounces. This is the shape and size of the cricket ball. And the 2 sets of stumps 22 yards apart. The ball weighs, what was the weight of the ball? The ball weighs between 155.9 and 163 grams. See, 155.9 actually to 163 grams. So this was the weight of the cricket ball. The cricket ball weighs between 155.9 and 163 grams. It has a circumference between 22.4 and 22.9 cm centimeter. See, 22.4 and 22.9 centimeter circumference. So every cricket ball must weigh between 155.9 and 163 grams, and every cricket ball must have a circumference between 22.4 and 22.9 centimeter. Cricket balls are generally made of three distinct materials. You should know, children, how cricket balls are made, with what cricket balls are made. Mostly cricket balls are made with the three distinct materials. Cord, I will write one by one. Cord. With the help of all these three distinct materials only the cricket balls are made, and string, cord, string and leather. So these three materials are used for to frame or for to make the cricket balls. The cricket ball is a hard, shiny pieces of equipment. Cricket ball is a hard, shiny piece of equipment. Mostly red is the default color of the cricket balls. I hope all of you know that. Now, because you know the rules and regulations, all of you might have played cricket during your vacation. So you know that red is the default color for cricket balls. Okay, children. And the next, cricket bat materials. How cricket bats are made? With what cricket bats are made? Cricket bat materials. The cricket bat, actually it is traditionally made from willow wood. You know that willow wood? It's a very strong substance. The stem of this willow wood is very strong and it is also flexible. So with the help of this willow wood, or from the willow wood only, the cricket bats were made traditionally. Specifically from the English willow. That's important. English willows. So types of tree which are normally found or grown in the southern part of England. From such willow trees only cricket bats are made, and once the bat was cut out of a single pieces of wood is used for to make this cricket bat. Now it consists of two pieces made out of the willow wood. Plastic, fiberglass and metals are not used at all. These things are not used while making cricket bat. See, plastics and fiberglass and metals, these are all not at all used for to make the cricket bat. So cricket bats are normally made from the willow wood, especially English willow. Such trees are found or grown in the southern part of England, and in those days, initial days, traditionally the cricket bat was made from the single willow wood. But now it is not like that, a single piece of wood, but now it is consisting of two pieces. So these two pieces are made out of the willow wood. Okay, next, pad. See, you know that cricket pads are used by the players to protect them from the hit or to protect them from the injuries made by the balls and the cricket bat. So it is very important when you are playing cricket with your friends, safety is first. How can you save from the hard injuries? Sometimes the injuries may be so deep or so hard. So accessories, generally it is called accessories of cricket. It is used, the helmet, pad, gloves, they are all used by the cricket players. See, I will show you the picture. This picture will give you a clear idea what are all the cricket equipments. See, all these cricket equipments are used by the cricket players. See the first one. See, pad, knee pads are used, and they used gloves also, because the fingers may be hardly hit by the fast bowler's ball, and when the ball is bowled, fast bowlers, it may head, so you may get injuries in your fingers. So just to avoid such things, you are recommended to wear these gloves and pads also, knee pad, just because sometimes the bone may get cracked by when the hardly fast ball hit at a particular place. And the helmet, wearing the helmet has been made mandatory. Every cricket player must wear the helmet. Without helmet, they are not supposed to enter the ground, because you may get the head injuries. That is so dangerous. So you have to wear the helmet. Light metals are used to make such helmets. See, all these accessories, or generally they are called equipments. These equipments are used by the cricket players when they are in the ground. Using all these cricket equipments is very much essential. The cricket laws enforce it. Yeah, it has been made mandatory. See this cricket pitch, how the players are playing. See the distance 22 yards from the place where the bowlers used to bowl, and from the place where the batsmen are receiving the ball, and other field and other players are there. They are also doing the field. So this is the cricket pitch. Can you see this picture clearly, children? So it also gives you a clear view and idea how the cricket pitch has been made before they starts to play the games, the sport, and where the batsman has to install, where the stumps has to be installed, where the bowler has to stand, bowling point from where he has to bowl the ball, and the position of the umpire also. This picture clearly gives you an idea where the position of the umpire. So the umpire from the place, he can watch all the activities of the players. If anything goes wrong, the umpire can stop using his rights. So the umpire has more power. And see, next, the pad, how it is made. The cricket, most important cricket equipment is pad. Cricket bats are made from cane, leather and cotton. Traditionally it was made. See the cane, and then leather, cane and leather and cotton. Traditionally, cricket bats are made using all these things. These cane pads have leather coating. Actually, these cricket pads are made of these cane, and they have a leather coating also, which is stuffed. The leather coating has been stuffed with the cotton and sticks, so it prevents the bone fracture and the deep hurt made by the ball. Modern cricket pads are made from high density foam. High density foam. Modern cricket pads, actually, modern cricket pads are made from high density foam, which made cricket pads light and comfortable. Why they use this high density foam to make such cricket pads? Because they don't feel so heavy when they wear the pads. Because the batsmen used to run to get the runs in the ground, in the pitch. Therefore, it should help him to run fast, so they don't feel it so heavy. For that purpose only, these cricket pads are made from light and high density foam, and it gives good protection to the players from the heavy attack made by the fast balls, made by the fast bowlers. And then gloves. How these gloves are made? What materials are used by the pupils to prepare these gloves? Batting gloves are made of nylon or another synthetic fabric. So using nylon or using synthetic fabric. Synthetic fabric, these gloves were made. The gloves covers one or both the hands of one who handled the bats. Batter, generally it is called a batter. So the gloves, they used to wear the gloves either on one hand, or it covers one or both hands. Mostly batsmen used to wear these gloves. Why they used to wear these gloves? They are used for the safety of fingers. And pads are used made of woolen, rug or foam, attacked on the upper side of the gloves. So all these safety preventive measures has to be taken by every cricket players. If they are lethargic of wearing all such things, they may be hardly hit by the fast balls. So to prevent all these things, the happening of all these things, to avoid the happening of all these things, they have to follow this. Then helmet. What materials are used to make this helmet? Materials used for making cricket helmets are impact resistance materials. They are called resistance materials. They will never be broken easily. Even if it is hardly hit by the fast balls, they will never be broken easily. So for that purpose they are using plastic, fiberglass and carbon fiber and foam. These metals are used. See, they use the plastic and fiberglass. These things are used by the people, those who are manufacturers, for to make these cricket helmets. So normally cricket helmets, they have high impact resistance. So they are made of lightweight materials. Generally they are called light weight materials. So with the help of these things, these helmets are made. The pads were introduced. Do you know, children, when these pads were introduced? These pads were introduced in 1848. Actually, it was introduced and followed by gloves. The modern game is not imagined. You cannot just imagine the modern games without helmets made of lightweight materials. Yeah, a good cricket player has to use all these cricket equipments. He has to wear the pad, cricket pad. He has to wear the gloves. He has to wear the helmet. These things can save him from the injuries he is going to sustain from the fast balls. Okay, the first part gets over. The second part of this lesson deals with what? Let me explain the second part. The second part is, see, the origin of Indian cricket. Where was it origined? So that is very important for you to learn the second part of this lesson. Let me explain. Where was it origined? When it origined? Who has origined this cricket in the Indian soil? Second part. So actually, the origin of Indian cricket ought to be found in Bombay. It has been actually started Mumbai. Now we call it Mumbai, but in those days it is actually called Bombay. So the origin of Indian cricket ought to be found in Bombay. The first Indian community, you know that first Indian community, who was the first Indian community start playing this game was Saurashtras. They started and they are generally called Parsis. Saurashtras are Parsis. So they started to play Saurashtrians. Actually, they are also called Parsis. So these community people first started to play these games in Mumbai. So Saurashtrians, these community people had, why they started to play, how they come to in contact with the people, because they are the people who are making good trade. They liked to capture a good market for their product. Therefore, they came to a close contact with the British people. These community people had close contact with the British to develop their business. So naturally, they learned all the laws and rules of cricket and they started to introduce all such things to Indian soil. So Parsis founded the first Indian cricket club, the Oriental Cricket Club, that is called Oriental Cricket Club. Actually, the Parsis people, they are the native of Mumbai and they are the business people. They want to extend the area for their business. So they had a close contact with the British people. When they had such a contact, they have learned all these things and they introduced all such things to the Indian soil. And these peoples were the first formed the Oriental Cricket Club in Mumbai in 1848. Yeah, 1848. They formed such a cricket club. These clubs were founded by and sponsored. Do you know who has sponsored? Who were behind the formation of these cricket clubs were Tata, the big business magnates. Those people helped, the business magnates, they helped for the formation of these cricket clubs in India. So those peoples also wanted the cricket to be flourished on the soil of India. So the first, the people who has introduced this game on the soil of India goes to actually Mumbai, the Parsis. That too, because they are the business people, they want to improve, they want to find good market for their product. Therefore they had a close contact with the British people and they introduced such things. In fact, there was a quarrel. See how it happened. The quarrel between the Bombay Gymkhana, that is explained in our lesson, and a whites only club, Parsis. So they developed a misunderstanding and there was a quarrel. Bombay Gymkhana. They were the people who introduced this cricket in the soil of India. So they claimed that they were the pioneers of this cricket game. That was the right thing also. But the people, the whites, they formed another club. And they didn't allow these peoples to play cricket. So the Parsis, cricketers over the use of public park. What happened? Where they could find a place for to play cricket. That was important because you know that it is a densely populated area. Mumbai is a densely populated area. There they couldn't find the public places for to develop the cricket games and for to conduct the matches, one-day matches, test matches and 2020. So many things are there. So when these Bombay Gymkhana, they were trying to find the better places for to introduce such matches. And another group of people, they are called Whites Only Club and Parsi. They gave trouble to them, maximum trouble. The Parsis complained that the park was left actually, it was left unfit because it was damaged by the another group of people. So there was an antagonism between these two group of people and finally they came to a settlement. The business people helped these Bombay Gymkhana for to develop and for to introduce the cricket, proper cricket matches in India. And then the colonial authorities, actually the native speakers, at that time we were under the British rule, the people were introduced to, when the cricket match was introduced, the colonial people, that is the British people were prejudiced and they too supported this Bombay Gymkhana people because they were the right people, they were the right pioneers of introducing that cricket matches, the sports in India. And the white compatriots, the Parsis built their own cricket club in India. So a Parsi team beat the Bombay Gymkhanas at cricket in 1889. Indian National Congress was started in 1885. You know that? When Indian Congress was started, Databhai Naoroji, the great peoples were behind the formation of this Indian Congress, and all those people helped the cricket, the match, the cricket sports to be flourished on the soil of India with the help of all these peoples. And after the formation of this National Congress 1885, the games get its momentum and all over the India, many people started to play cricket and they started to learn the laws and the rules of cricket. And then next topic is modern cricket. How was this modern cricket is introduced in India? Modern cricket is actually dominated by test and one-day internationals. Test match and one-day. See, the modern cricket was actually witnessed, modern cricket was witnessed by and dominated by the test matches. You know that mostly test matches are played for more than 5 days and one-day matches and 2020 were actually introduced and international played between national teams. And first times the Indian team players, Indian cricket team started to take part in the international matches. The players who have played for their country, the players who have played for their country became very famous and live on in the memories of the public. That is very important. Suppose if the Indian team is going to represent India in the international match, means the people, the players, those who played for the sake of our country will ever be remembered by the people all over India. So that is the meritorious things of this cricket match. Those players who played test crickets are still remembered by Indian fans. And C.K. Naidu, an outstanding batsman. Actually he was a pioneer. C.K. Naidu, actually he was an outstanding batsman of his time, and he lives even in the minds of cricket lovers of India till now. He was the country's first test captain, you know that? So for more than 50 to 60 years we used to play cricket, and he was the country's first test captain. So thereafter many captains played their role to bring the fame as well as name to our country. And for India's first test match against England starting in 1932, India played the first test match in 1932 against England. At that time, C.K. Naidu, he was the first test captain. So with his captainship, India won that match. That was a great milestone in the history of Indian cricket. Okay, so and then India entered the world of test cricket in 1932. See, the test cricket had its origin in 1877 in India. See, actually the test cricket had its origin in 1877. Since its origin, different parts of the British Empire also took part. The first test was played between England and Australia. Just to make a note of it, children, the first test match was played between which countries? England and Australia. Small countries, Caribbean, and together they form West Indies. You know that they are powerful players. West Indies team is known for its stuff actually, and it was formed by the small countries of the Caribbean Sea. And then last part, third part, we are going to see in the third part how the role of mass media helped the game to be popular. It helps the game to get popularized along the world countries globally. Third part of this lesson and the last part. So the role of mass media, you know that mass media, newspapers, radio and television among the world citizens. So the television coverage and the coverage of the television changed the cricket, shape of the cricket, and it expanded the audience for the game. Yes, of course, after the introduction of when the TV started to telecast the cricket matches, many people started to sit and watch the cricket matches played by the players in any one corner of the world under their roof by beaming cricket into small towns and villages. So the real credit goes to television, TV. So it's one of the important mass media. So it made the game so popular and beaming cricket into small towns and villages. The real credit goes to this television only. Children who are living outside the big cities never have a chance to watch international cricket. So they too can sit before the television and they too can watch comfortably the cricket matches played by the players all over the world. But now they get a chance to watch international tests and matches through television, and they started to imitate their heroes also. So the real credit goes to the television. Global market for cricket. So the television, it has made when the authorities, when the technicians started to telecast the cricket matches through television, it reached even the nook and corner of the world. And those people who are living outside the big cities, they too have a chance to watch international cricket matches. But now they get a chance to watch tested matches through television. They can sit and watch that matches played all over the world comfortably under the roof of their house. Global market for cricket. Next, global market for cricket. Okay. See, the technology of satellite television and the worldwide reach of multinational television companies created a global market for cricket. That's very important. So the satellite television. See, the satellite television and the worldwide reach of multinational television companies. Multinational television companies they have created a global market for cricket. Global market for cricket. Okay, matches in Sydney would now be watched live in Surat. Matches played in Sydney or in any corner of the world can be watched by the people living in remote villages. The game's center of gravity was shifted to South Asia. India had the largest viewership. We have to say proudly, for the game amongst the cricket playing nations. The ICC headquarters was shifted. You know that, children? The International Cricket Club. The ICC headquarters was shifted from London to tax-free Dubai. ICC from London to Dubai. So the tax-free Dubai. Okay. Revolutionary changes in the face of cricket, the last part. About 150 years ago, the first Indian cricketers had to struggle to find open space to play. When the game was introduced in India, at that time the players found it very difficult to find the open space for to play. But today, Indian players are honored and appreciated all over the world. Now the world is the stage for the players as a result of globalization. So the last lines are very important. So in the initial stage, when the cricket was introduced in India, at the time our players found it very difficult to find open space for to play. But now the world is the stage for the players because of the result of globalization. Now Indian players are honored and appreciated all over the world. See, I'll show you the pictures. This is the cricket equipments which were used. Using of these cricket equipments has been made mandatory, and see, this picture gives a clear idea about the cricket pitch, how the players were made to stand while cricket matches are played by the players. And see, this is the International Cricket Cup. World Cup. Actually, this is the World Cup. See the shape of the World Cup. Usually, once in 4 years, the World Cup matches are conducted all over the world. And see the active players in the cricket pitch. The active players in the cricket pitch. So this is the World Cup. This is World Cup. Actually, this is the early cricket bat of early days. And then a match is placed between two. Next, I'll ask you some questions. Traditionally, cricket matches, important points, children. Let me sum it up. Replacement of and gentlemanly emotions by the paid professionals. The triumph of one-day game as it overshadowed the total cricket. The last one. Traditionally, cricket matches have two umpires in the field. Two umpires. One standing at the end. That is, the bowler delivers the ball, and another one stands directly opposite facing the batsman. And difference between 20 and test. What is the difference between the 20 as well as the cricket match? A test match may last up to 5 days, and it is unusual for a test to be completed within 3 days. But T20 cricket lasts a matter of hours, perhaps around 3 hours. This is the difference, children. So the difference between 20 and a test match, if you are asked, you should know how to find out the difference. Then outs. How many outs are there in the cricket? Catching, bowling, LBW leg before wicket, stumped, hit wicket, run out, timed out, handled the ball, and then obstructing the field and hit the ball twice. So the World Cup T20, what are the cups which were awarded for those winners of the cricket team? Let me explain. The World Cup is held every 4 years. World Cup. Every 4 years, actually, it is played by the players all over the world. And then the World Cup is held 4 years. ICC World Cup and Cricket World Cup. These are all the awards given to the winners of the cricket matches. ICC is the globally governing body. You know that who are the governing body of this cricket matches? ICC. This is the global governing body for cricket. And the representing
105 members. The ICC governs and administrates the game and works without members to grow its sport. And then, so you have to know all these things, children. The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, that is, see, BCCI, this is the governing body of India. They are the governing body which frames the rules and regulations, governing body for cricket in India. It was formed in the December 1928. So, last, let me see how the active players are playing in the cricket pitch. They are very active. This is the way the cricket is played all over the world, and you can visualize the cricket pitch and the active players on the pitch. See, the ICC World Cup, the model World Cup picture has been given here. So, this sorts of World Cups are given to the winning team in the World Cup. Actually, the test matches, World Cup matches are conducted once in every 4 years, and this was actually the cricket bat initially used by the players for to play, and then the third one, cricket equipments. These sorts of equipment are used by the players when they are playing cricket matches in the ground. Use of all these cricket equipments has been made mandatory. And then the last one, this is the cricket pitch. So this cricket pitch shows how the players have been made to install in the cricket pitches. Thank you, children. I hope all of you have known well the rules and regulations of the crickets in today's class, how they are played, what sorts of cups and awards are given for the winning teams, how it is played, what are the equipments to be used by the players, and how it is to be played, when was it originated, and who was the pioneer of these cricket matches. With all these things, just to have a glance of the things which has been given in your textbook, children. Have a nice day.